So the trailer has come out. I've seen it yesterday, and I've posted I've posted a video of my initial reactions while I watch it. And if you've seen the video, I was really disappointed by it. It was just terrible. The trailer is it's a disaster, and I was expecting so much more because the previous Narnia films all had amazing trailers. Really, some of the best trailers I've seen. And this is just a piece of total mess. So I was really disappointed by it. And yeah, then later on, I started analyzing it shot by shot, and I realized that it wasn't really what was in the shots that really made me hate it that much. What was in the shots was actually pretty good. Not all of it. There are some things I definitely don't like. Some changes they made, I'm like, whoa, that doesn't seem good to me at all. But I'll get to that later. The problem with the trailer itself is that it's just terrible editing and terrible marketing. I mean, um, it's terrible editing because normally a trailer, what it should do is it should it should capture the attention of the audience. It should be original, and this one definitely is not. It also should tell you something about the story, which this trailer does not at all. It just says nothing about what's only that they return to Narnia. That's all. So I hate the trailer because of that. I think it's terrible. It's also terrible marketing because, well, I agree completely with Grandpa Lee at first. I sort of didn't really get his point with the poster and stuff. He said it's just completely uninspired. It's just Avatar now with Aslan's hat, and I didn't really get that. And then after a while I did, and now I completely see his point. I mean, if you look at this trailer, I mean, they barely show Caspian. They show Reaper Cheap just because it's Reaper Cheap to make sure that the audience is interested, because this character returns that they loved, and it's so uninspired, and it's just terrible marketing. I mean, it's just doing it's there's no feeling, there's no emotion in this trailer. It's just about letting the audience know that, well, that character is gonna return and we will do that, so that will be cool. And it's not what Narnia is about. Narnia is about the characters, yes, but about the emotion behind it, about morals, and that's just not in this trailer. But that doesn't matter. I'll talk about that in my next video, of which I have a great idea, but you'll have to see the next videos to find out. And yeah, right now I'll just go through the trailer shot by shot, just to to analyze what's actually gonna be in the film. Because if the trailer is bad edited and bad marketing, that doesn't mean the film is gonna be bad. So I want to make that very clear. I don't think the trailer, the film will be bad just because this trailer is bad. I think the film might actually be pretty okay after I've seen this, and I think that in a while we'll get some new footage, and I'm pretty sure they really took some bad footage for this trailer. I'm pretty sure that in the next trailer I'll be, the next trailer will probably be a bit better, and footage will be a bit better too. So then, let's just start with the beginning of the trailer. Yeah, Grandpa noticed that they changed the appropriate audiences. First it was all audiences, now appropriate audience. I hadn't noticed it. Doesn't matter at all. So let's just start. Actually, when I first saw this, I was this opening shot was pretty good. I liked the camera. It's not that special, the camera movement, but it's a nice way to open the trailer. With I actually thought that building was a church. It was a church we've been hearing about with the lion heads and stuff, and it isn't because I can't find any lion head on it, but I really thought it was. for a moment. So I thought we were seeing the, a part of the opening shot, but I guess it isn't. So it's not the opening shot, but when I saw this was a good start. I thought this shot, but then this came up.
Are you sure you're it?
Mothering needs you, enlist here now. I was like, oh, what the heck is that? And yeah, so Edmonds tries to enlist in the army. I don't like this. I mean, in the forums, people have been saying that's pretty much Edmund's character, to fight for his country. I'm like, that's not Edmund's character. I mean, there's no reference in the book that Edmund likes to fight for his country. Of course he does, but that's not his character, and that's not a specific character thing he has. It's just I don't really see Edmund as a guy who likes to fight for his country. I always thought Edmund was like, you know, he became, after Language in Wardrobe, when he, betrayed his siblings with White Witch and stuff, he became this, like, a gentle and humorous character, who was actually, like, he portrayed, to me, always portrayed, just a good person. He's, after Language and Wardrobe, he's a good person. He doesn't really do anything wrong. So I think that I'm not saying that enlisting in the army is a bad thing. It's not something bad persons do, and I know it's something that in that time, during the Second World War, it was pretty common, so I don't really hate it, but I don't really see why it's needed. I'm not really sure about this. So then, this scene was pretty, it's pretty weird, I think. Just because the entire scene seems to be shot with a handheld camera, which I don't think is very much appropriate for this scene. And yet the camera angles are just, I think the camera angles are terrible when they show Lucy and then they just zoom in on her head. It's just, ugh. I mean, so uninspired, so unoriginal. I'm like, don't do it. No, just do something else with the camera, something a little more original. It doesn't really have to be original, but then do it in a normal way with no handheld camera and stuff. So I don't really like the camera in this scene, and then I don't like her arrival. It's like suddenly she's there. Edmund, you're supposed to help me with the groceries. And that's not Lucy to me, for that much. I think it's just, it's again poorly edited. It's too fast. Why do you think that I look older? And then the next second she's already there, Edmund. And I think in the movie this might actually not be as bad, because the editing is just bad in this trailer. There's no break between the two sentences, which makes it feel like it's rushed. And so this scene might actually turn out to be okay, but for now I don't really like it. I don't really get why Edmund is like enlisting in the army. So yeah, I'm not really sure about this.
You're supposed to be helping me with the groceries.
You see, they just zoom in on her head. It's terrible.
Better luck next time, eh?
Of course, Edmund's it's a little bit. So yeah, I do like the reaction of the guy standing behind him. That's pretty well done. Then this shot, what I noticed is that Edmund's lips aren't moving while he says, "I'm a king." So I don't think that's in this shot, while Lucy's sentence, like, "not in this world," are in this shot. So I don't think it's gonna play out to be this way in the actual film. I think that he says that inside, or while they walk outside, and again they edited here so that it's all rushed, and it seems very cliche because it's so rushed. So that's why I don't like it in the trailer, but could actually